This is where theory meets reality. Over 3 episodes, we've uncovered a leadership paradox that most organizations don't know exists. We discovered that vision and bonuses don't work together. They cancel each other out. We learned why. Material rewards destroy the autonomy that makes transformational leadership work. We explored the solution. Choose one approach. Commit to it fully. Stop trying to have it both ways. But does it actually work in the real world? When organizations make this choice, what happens? That's what this final episode is about. Real organizations. Real decisions. Real results. Some succeeded. Some failed. All of them have lessons to teach us. Let's start with a success story that changed how an entire industry thinks about motivation. Patagonia, the outdoor clothing company. They could have been just another apparel manufacturer competing on price and margins. Instead, they chose the transformational path. And they committed to it completely. Their vision isn't about selling jackets. It's about environmental protection. Their stated mission: we're in business to save our home planet. Every employee knows their work contributes to this mission. The designer creating a new product line? She's figuring out how to make durable goods that reduce consumption. The factory worker? He's part of ensuring fair labor practices and minimal environmental impact. The customer service representative? She's helping customers repair products instead of replacing them, even though it costs the company sales. This is transformational leadership at scale. Everyone connected to a mission that matters. Now here's the key: Patagonia pays competitive salaries, good benefits, but they don't use performance bonuses or individual merit pay. They invest profits in environmental causes. They give employees paid time to volunteer for environmental organizations. They support activism. But no bonus for selling more jackets. No commission structure. No individual financial incentives tied to performance metrics. The result? Employee retention rates far above industry average. Applications flood in from people who want to work there. Productivity is high. Innovation thrives. And here's what's remarkable: they're profitable. Very profitable. Because people who care about the mission don't need bonuses to do excellent work. They do excellent work because the work itself is the reward. Contrast this with a major retail corporation that tried to go the other direction. They had mission statements about customer service and community impact. Standard corporate vision stuff. But then they implemented an aggressive performance bonus system. Individual sales targets. Commission structures. Public rankings of employee performance. The executives thought they were adding motivation. They thought bonuses plus vision would create supercharged engagement. What actually happened? Employees started competing instead of collaborating. They fought over customers. They pushed products people didn't need to hit their numbers. Customer service declined. Team cohesion fell apart. The mission statements became jokes. Everyone knew it was really just about hitting your numbers to get paid. Employee satisfaction dropped. Turnover increased. Customer complaints rose. The bonuses didn't solve a problem. They created multiple problems. Eventually, leadership realized their mistake. They scaled back the individual incentive systems. But the damage to culture took years to repair. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. Let me give you another example. This one from healthcare. A hospital system in the Midwest facing low employee engagement and high turnover. The traditional response would be adding retention bonuses or performance pay. Instead, new leadership did something radical. They removed most of the existing incentive systems. No more individual bonuses. No more merit pay tied to patient satisfaction scores. Instead, they invested heavily in helping every employee understand their impact. They created a program called See Your Impact. Every month, departments heard stories from patients about how the care they received changed their lives. Real patients. Real stories. often with the patients present. The environmental services worker heard from a patient whose room she cleaned how that cleanliness was part of feeling safe during a scary diagnosis. The cafeteria staff heard from a patient about how a kind word during a difficult treatment day lifted his spirits. The nurse heard from a family about how her competence and compassion during their mother's final days brought them peace. Every role connected to impact, to meaning, to the mission. They also gave staff more autonomy. Nurses got more say in scheduling and protocols. Support staff could make decisions about how to best serve patients. The focus shifted from hitting metrics to understanding purpose. What happened? Engagement scores rose 30% in 18 months. Turnover dropped by 40%. Patient satisfaction improved. And here's the thing, it cost less than the old bonus system. Because authentic recognition and meaningful connection don't require big budgets. They just require intention and commitment to the transformational approach. But not every attempt to go transformational succeeds. Let me show you where it can go wrong. A tech company decided to eliminate their bonus structure and focus on mission and purpose. Sounds good, right? The problem? The work itself wasn't inherently meaningful. They made productivity software. Useful, sure. But not saving the planet or healing the sick. Leadership tried to manufacture meaning. They gave speeches about empowering workers worldwide and transforming how teams collaborate. Employees saw through it. The vision felt forced. Fake. Corporate speak with no real substance. When the bonuses went away, people felt like they'd just gotten a pay cut with nothing genuine replacing it. Engagement didn't go up. It went down. Good people left. The ones who stayed were confused and resentful. The lesson? You can't fake transformational leadership. The meaning has to be real. If it's not there, don't pretend it is. This company would have been better off being honestly transactional. We make good software. We pay well. It's a fair exchange. That's not inspiring, but it's honest. And honesty beats hollow mission statements every time. Here's another failure mode. A government agency that tried to be transformational but kept all their transactional systems in place. Leadership started talking about public service and mission. They brought in consultants to help articulate their vision. But they didn't change any of the existing performance management systems. Still had ratings. Still had rankings. Still had consequences tied to individual metrics. So employees heard inspiring speeches about serving the public. Then they got evaluated on processing speed and error rates. The contradiction was obvious and demoralizing. People stopped believing the vision talk. It was just noise. What really mattered was hitting your numbers. The agency got the worst of both worlds. The cynicism about phony mission talk plus the stress of transactional performance pressure. The lesson? You can't layer transformational rhetoric over transactional systems. The systems always win. If you're going transformational, you have to actually change the systems. Halfway doesn't work. Now let me show you an organization that chose the transactional path and made it work. A logistics company. Warehouse work. Driving trucks. No pretense about saving the world or grand missions. Leadership could have tried to manufacture meaning. They didn't. Instead, they were refreshingly honest. This is hard work. We need it done well. We'll pay you fairly and treat you with respect. They set clear expectations. Fair wages. Transparent performance metrics. If you hit your numbers, you got your bonus. Simple. No inspiring speeches. No mission statements. No fake culture building exercises. Just clear communication. Consistent treatment. Fair compensation. Basic dignity. Turnover was lower than industry average. Why? Because people appreciated the honesty. They knew where they stood. No games. No manipulation. No contradiction. This won't win awards for innovative leadership. But it works. Because it's internally consistent. The lesson? If transformational doesn't fit, transactional done honestly can still create a functional workplace. What doesn't work is being transactional while pretending to be transformational. Let's look at one more example. A school district that got this exactly right. They recognize that teaching is inherently meaningful work. Teachers chose this profession because they want to help kids learn and grow. So the district doubled down on that meaning. They help teachers see their impact through student success stories, not just test scores. They gave teachers more autonomy in curriculum and methods. They trusted professional judgment. They eliminated all individual performance bonuses. Instead, they invested in professional development, classroom resources, and collaborative planning time. They created a culture where teachers shared best practices instead of competing for merit pay. The result? Teacher satisfaction increased. Retention improved dramatically. And student outcomes got better. Not because of incentives. Because teachers who feel supported and connected to meaning do better work. This district proved something important. Even in systems dominated by standardized testing and accountability metrics, you can still lead transformationally. You just have to actually commit to it. Not just talk about it. So what are the patterns across these examples? What lessons can we extract? First, transformational leadership works when the meaning is genuine. You can't fake it. The mission has to be real. Patagonia isn't pretending to care about the environment. The hospital staff really do heal people. Teachers really do shape young lives. That authentic meaning is the foundation. Without it, transformational leadership is just empty rhetoric. Second, you have to remove the contradictions. You can't keep transactional systems and expect transformational leadership to work. The government agency that tried failed because they didn't change their performance systems. The hospital that succeeded did change them. Systems speak louder than speeches. Align the systems or forget about transformational leadership. Third, transactional done honestly beats transformational done poorly. The logistics company succeeded with straightforward transactional leadership. The tech company failed trying to manufacture meaning that wasn't there. Be honest about what you are. Employees respect authenticity. Fourth, the transition is hard. Changing from one approach to another requires patience and persistence. The retail company that pulled back on bonuses? It took years to rebuild trust. The hospital that went transformational? 18 months to see results. Don't expect overnight transformation. Cultural change takes time. Fifth, leadership commitment is essential. Half-hearted efforts fail. Every successful example had leaders who fully committed to their chosen approach. Every failure had leaders who hedged or sent mixed messages. Choose your path. Then go all in. Here's what this means for you, right now, wherever you are in whatever organization. If you're a senior leader, you have the power to make strategic choices about your motivational approach. Look honestly at your organization. Is the work meaningful? Are your people mission-driven? Does transformational fit? If yes, commit to it. Remove the bonuses and incentives that undermine meaning. Invest in helping people see and feel their impact. If no, be honestly transactional. Pay fairly. Set clear expectations. Stop the phony mission talk. Either way, eliminate the contradictions. Make your approach coherent. If you're a middle manager, you might not control the big systems. But you control how you lead your team. You can articulate vision and purpose for your specific team's work. You can give autonomy. You can recognize verbally and specifically. You can also be honest when organizational systems contradict what you're trying to do. Acknowledge the mixed messages. Build trust through authenticity. If you're an individual contributor, you might feel powerless. You're not. You can choose organizations that align with how you want to be motivated. If you're mission-driven, seek transformational environments. If you're transaction-oriented, be honest about that. You can also influence culture through your own behavior. Recognition, support, and focusing on meaning are things anyone can do. Here's what we know for certain after reviewing the research and real-world examples. The old model is broken. The idea that you can inspire with vision while controlling with incentives doesn't work. The two approaches undermine each other. Organizations that try to do both get neither the engagement of meaning nor the clarity of transactions. Just confusion. And cynicism. And wasted potential. But organizations that choose coherently and commit fully can thrive. Whether transformational or transactional, coherence works. Contradiction fails. The future belongs to organizations that understand this. That have the courage to choose. That trust their people enough to be authentic. These organizations will attract better talent. That talent will be more engaged. They'll produce better results. They'll adapt more quickly. They'll innovate more successfully. Organizations that keep trying to motivate through contradictory systems will struggle. They'll get compliance, not commitment. Turnover, not loyalty. Minimum effort, not maximum contribution. The choice is becoming clearer every day. The research is definitive. The real-world examples are mounting. So let me ask you one final time, which path will you choose? Will you lead through meaning and trust? Or through transactions and clarity? Will you illuminate the contradictions? Or keep sending mixed messages? Will you commit fully to your chosen approach? Or hedge your bets and get neither? The leadership paradox isn't really a paradox anymore. It's a choice. Vision or incentives. Meaning or money. Transformational or transactional. Both can work. But not together. Choose wisely. Choose courageously. Choose authentically. Because the people you lead deserve better than contradictory systems and hollow promises. They deserve leadership that understands how motivation actually works. And now, you have no excuse not to know. The research is clear. The examples are real. The path forward is visible. The only question left is, what will you do with this knowledge? Thank you for joining me on this journey through the leadership paradox. I hope it changes how you think about motivation, leadership, and what makes people truly engaged in their work. The future of work is being written right now. By leaders who choose coherence over contradiction. Meaning over manipulation. Trust over control. Make sure you're one of them.